Hello my dear friends and welcome to Thrive with Trish. Today we're going to be talking about creator burnout. We're going to be looking at what is creator burnout, what are the consequences of burnout, what are the warning signs, what is my personal experience with creator burnout, and what are the tips that has helped me to overcome this burnout. So first of all, what is creator burnout? Creator burnout is when a content creator, whether or not you're a content creator on YouTube, Instagram, Pinterest, Twitter, anything which requires you to be creative and to create content. Creator burnout is a feeling of extreme exhaustion, and you have that feeling of lack of pride in the content that you produce. How does this burnout even come about? Well, there's a couple of reasons which could cause this, and one of them is because you're your own boss and therefore you put more pressure onto yourself. Perfectionism. You spend a lot of time trying to churn out creative ideas. You spend time editing. You spend time publishing the content. All this takes time and it puts unnecessary pressure onto yourself to feel like you need to stay relevant. Burnout can happen when you have too high stress levels and the cortisol in your brain blocks that ability in your brain to actually be creative. Here are some of the consequences of creator burnout. Excessive stress, vulnerability to illnesses, type 2 diabetes, fatigue, insomnia, irritability, alcohol abuse, heart disease, and high blood pressure. What are some of the warning signs? To know if you might be experiencing creator burnout, go ahead and ask yourself some of these questions. Do you lack the energy to be consistently productive? Do you drag yourself to work and have trouble getting started? Have you become critical or cynical at work? Have you become irritable or impatient with your family members, co-workers, customers, clients? Do you find it hard to concentrate? Are you troubled by unexplained stomach pain, bowel pain, physical pain, headaches? Do you lack satisfaction from your own achievements? Are you using food, alcohol, or even drugs to feel better or to simply not feel anything? Have your sleep habits changed? If you answered yes to most of these questions, then chances are you may just be experiencing creator burnout. My experience with creator burnout happened sometime end of last year, just before I went for a 1-month holiday with my family to Asia and Australia. There was a couple of things that contributed to why this burnout happened for me, but basically there was two main elements: YouTube and Instagram. I wanted to create content for the month ahead because I knew that I wouldn't have time during my holiday to record, edit, and publish, and so therefore I had to prepare all my content about a month ahead, all within a short period of time of about 2 weeks. It was insane. Also, for Instagram, at this point of time, I remember that there was some changes to the algorithm and my Instagram accounts were kind of stagnant in growth. That really gave me unnecessary pressure. So the tactic which I wanted to try in order to push my Instagram account to grow more was to come up with more content. So from posting 2 times a week, I upped it to 4 times a week. That means double the time of work, double the time of trying to think of content ideas, everything doubled. Stress also doubled. My symptoms of burnout were I couldn't really fall asleep. I was easily irritable. My scalp was hurting. There were pimples. It was painful. I couldn't even put my head down sometimes to sleep properly. I wasn't feeling as creative or inspired as I normally do. So yeah, it was pretty bad. Here are some of the tips which have helped me to overcome this burnout, which I really do hope you find these tips helpful. Number 1, take time to socialize. Don't forget that we human beings are really social creatures. Now, when you're a content creator, it is so easy to feel isolated, to feel alone. You're talking to the camera 24/7 or maybe with your phone 24/7, you know, managing comments, creating content. You're just locked up in your room the complete day by yourself. How is it not possible to feel lonely? As I've shared in one of my previous videos about having balance in your life, I mentioned about the wheel of life. And if you did watch that video, and if not, I'm going to put a link up here. What is really important is to realize there are certain aspects in our lives which is really important and we cannot just ignore it. If not, we will feel out of whack and there is no sense of balance in our lives. And one of these parts is socializing with your friends and your family. So please do make it a point that at least every few days or at least once a week, block time out just to meet your good friends or go out with your family, have a good laugh, watch a nice movie, have a nice meal, go for a walk, whichever that is, but take time for socializing. Number 2, create because it brings you meaning, not to please. I completely get it. Maybe you created a good post or a good video, and on this particular post or video, you get lots of likes, lots of subscribers, lots of good feedback. And we human beings, we always want to progress forwards and upwards. Nobody likes to feel like they're going backwards in terms of progress. And so if ever we have maybe a thumbs down or we have some bad comments that comes our way, it's really easy to take it personally. I can understand that, but I also want to gently remind you, we can't please everyone. And I've said this a million times, but it's true. It really is true. Think about it. No two people can really always think alike and always agree with each other. So how to manage negative feedback or your own expectations of yourself to try and be perfect? Number 1, remind yourself that this channel or your account, whatever creative piece that you are creating it because you are passionate about it. Remind yourself of what your aim and your goal is. You want to help and inspire people through your thoughts, through your experiences, through your knowledge. People who share the same values and beliefs as you will love you and stay by you and support you. And those who don't, please don't take it personally, because the world is diverse. We're all different. We all have different points of view, and it's a beautiful thing. If you look at my account, you can also see that there are some videos, okay, with 100% likes, which thank God, thank you very much. But there are also videos with a thumbs down. Does it hurt me? Yes, it does to some extent. But am I gonna keep focusing on that? No, because I would rather focus on the majority of people who are actually loving my content and sharing their honest feedback with me about how my thoughts and my content has inspired them to improve their channel or improve their lives overall. Try and train your brain to focus on the good that you have created in the world and not just on the negative feedback. Number 2, diversify your income. Nothing is certain, so try not to just focus on one source of income when possible. Try to diversify it, whether or not it's through investing or buying property or maybe creating merchandise or maybe selling a book. Try to diversify your income as much as possible. Number 3, save and have enough for a rainy day, because we never know what might happen. Moving on to tip number 3, focus on quality over quantity. As I shared just now, one of the reasons why I felt creator burnout was because I was trying to churn out too much content in a really short period of time. Yes, many YouTube gurus or Instagram gurus or any social media guru will tell you that creating more content increases your chances of positive growth. Yes, that is true, but I also implore you to please remind yourself and think, is it really feasible for you? For me, it isn't, simply because I am a mother of 1. I have my counseling business on the side, so I have clients that I need to also manage. And also, I don't always talk about this, but I actually have a part-time job doing HR in a company. And so when you put all this together, I cannot compare myself with a person who might be living a single life and doesn't have any kids, is a full-time YouTuber and just has the time and the energy to keep on creating content every single day. It's just not possible. For me, I've learned my lesson, and on Instagram, for example, I cut down the frequency of my postings, and that has really helped my sanity and my time management tremendously. Again, please do what is feasible within your capabilities and stop comparing yourself to others. Number 4, take time to switch off. This is a big one. We as content creators, we are our own boss, and so our minds are constantly switched on. We are
thinking about content ideas. When do we need to post? What's our algorithm? What's our results? How does this person like my content? Blah, 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 blah.
But hey, even machines, they need to recharge and they need to be unplugged from time to time. You, my dear friend, are only human, just like me, just like everyone else. So if you push yourself to the limit and you forsake your own self-care, your own health, what good will it bring? You may be able to produce more content in this short period of time, but in the long term, it will not benefit you in any way. Please, my dear friends, I understand you care a lot about your accounts, you care a lot about your businesses, but at the end of the day, health is truly wealth. Prioritize your mental health, your physical health above all else, because without that, nothing can work. Neither your private life or your social media accounts or your business will work. I really do hope that you found today's episode to be helpful, and if yes, please do give me a thumbs up, subscribe, and share this video with any content creator that you know who might be experiencing creator burnout. And now let's end today with a quote of the day. Even machines need time to recharge. Learn to take the necessary time to unplug and restore yourself, because your mental health is worth it. I would like to hear from you, ladies and gentlemen. Do share with me, what is your experience with creator burnout and how did you overcome it? Do share your thoughts and experiences with me in the comments below. Moving on to my thank you shout out for my top 5 supporters for this week. All Things Jessica, TK Moon, Yoga with Rachel, Ellen Pham, and Unboxing Jobs. If you have a minute, please do take a moment to check out these lovely accounts. Thank you so much, all of you, for your amazing support for my work and my account. I really do appreciate it. I hope you have a lovely day, and I look forward to catching you on my next episode on Thrive with Trish. Hey my friends, currently for myself on YouTube, I try to post about 2 times a week. What about for most of you? Whether or not you're on Instagram or YouTube, any social media platform, do share with me, how often do you post in a week and do you find it manageable? I really love to hear from you. Thanks a lot. Take care. Bye.